Shoot, I forgot my line. What is the line? Okay. If you know me, you probably already know that Once Upon a Time returns this Sunday, September 27th to ABC at 8, 7 Central. You got that? This Sunday, September 27th at 8, 7 Central on ABC. I just want to make that clear. Anyway, I figured that because of the return of my favorite TV show this week, it would be a great time to share with you a few of my favorite episodes of Once Upon a Time. Now, let's be honest, we're almost 200 episodes, which we hit this season, so anytime we try to make a list like this, it only gets harder. However, there are a few episodes that I tend to go back to just again and again and again and again. And if you haven't caught up on Once Upon a Time yet, there will definitely be spoilers to the end of season 4 in this video. Just a forewarning. For new and old ones alike, there's nothing quite like the pilot. Now, many of us watched this episode live, completely confused but intrigued as to why we were spending our Sunday evening watching a television show about fairy tales. Then again, most of us were Disney fans to begin with, so it kind of seems natural, I guess. Some of my favorite moments from this episode include the candle scene, which I like to imitate every single birthday I have, and the ending scene where Henry watches as the clock begins to move. Skipping ahead to season 2, we have the moment many of our lives changed forever. The moment when Colin O'Donoghue walked onto our screens and Captain Hook was never the same. Do I really need another reason to have this one on my list of favorites? No, I really don't. At the time this episode rolled around, I was already, no pun intended, but maybe a little bit intended, hooked. And then I just had to go and light a fire under my OTP, and that was the end of that. In particular, I really love the flashback scenes we get of Killian Jones and his brother Liam, and I tend to quote this episode continuously in real life. Actually, I'm pretty sure that I've seen Good Form more times than I have any other episode of Once Upon a Time, so that's saying something. I can't make a list of my favorite episodes without including the 2-hour Captain Swan version of Back to the Future. I mean, what else could you ask for in a finale? An interrupted love story interrupted by the couple's daughter and her, well, man friend. A pirate who punches himself in the face, adventure, suspense, super pretty ball gowns, and that's just the beginning. This one really stood out to me as a favorite episode when I initially watched it. While I haven't had a chance to go back and rewatch it maybe more than once or twice, the dynamics between the cast in this episode were just absolutely spectacular, and I think it's one of the best backstory episodes, if not one of the best episodes we've had since probably season 1. Then again, it does have a lot of Hook in it, and if it's not obvious by Cardboard Colin here, he tends to be my favorite character. Goat's Milk, major character half-deaths, Henry and the Enchanted Forest, parallel universes, Dark Snow, interrupted weddings, muscle memory, sword fights, I love yous, and a new dark one. I mean, I was pretty much an emotional wreck after this episode. I still am, and it's been, what, 4 months? You can't just kill off characters and bring them back to life like that. Although, for the record, killing them off and then bringing them back to life is way better than just killing them off. Just gonna say that. And there you have it, my top episodes of Once Upon a Time. Just in case you forgot, it comes back this Sunday, September 27th on ABC at 8, 7 Central. And I couldn't be more excited. I'm hard at work preparing Disney Bounds for this season, so be sure to keep an eye out for those on Twitter, Instagram, and Tumblr, and enjoy the premiere this weekend. I'll see you all next week.